I know a lot of people deal with winters in Edmonton in a different way, but you managed to get yourself in a whole whack of trouble back to back sussies. Could you? Yeah, I mean, I know you wanted to get the hell out of Edmonton, but I didn't know you'd do it that way. Could you touch on that before? Like that actually set a pretty good. That set a benchmark for just how many suspensions a guy can get in one kind of calendar year.
Yeah, I was definitely the poster boy in the end. And I was actually loving my time in Edmonton playing with all those first rounders. It was pretty sweet. But it was a tough year. They had just mandated the changes, and you guys remember when they like the whole obstruction hooking and stuff, and guys get penalties and be like, what? I didn't even know what they did, right? So those cultural changes are so different. And then the summer before, they really changed the law about the head being a principal point of contact. Well, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'm 6'7". It's a little bit fucking hard for me to hit you in your midsection. So it automatically made the game a lot harder for me. And I think I was still playing the same way. Maybe I was a little slower too because I was 37. You miss just a millisecond and your timing's off. And I clipped a few guys. Certainly, one of them was your fault, Obi. I'm still waiting for my $220,000 refund.
Let me check Amazon. Hold on, let me see what Amazon's at today.
Yeah, so one of the two. You should definitely send me half of that.
That was fuck up, dog. I was in Denver, and Landy's having like a call. He's already won the Calder. And fuck, I didn't see the big boy, all 6'7" of him, looking slim in the Oilers unit. And I made the fucking play, and I was like, oh, there's Landy. And as soon as it left my stick, Uppy, there I saw the big 25 train. And like it left my stick, if I could have had a fishing pole or something to bring the puck back, I was like, uh-oh. And fuck, over he came. And thank God Landy at the last second. Yeah. Just saw a big Sutsy, and Sutsy hammered him, and I had to go up and fight him. And I go in, and this is just when me and Sutsy been hanging out playing golf. So I get in there, I'm like, Sutsy, let's make this look good, hey buddy, let's make this look good. So we're going at it, and next thing you know, he hits me with a fucking pretty good one, give me a black eye, but yeah, you almost killed me,
He calls me on the bus after, and we were both just howling and laughing. It was so funny. But that was the road to the end for me. After the last one, I'd come in and I'd already been back for 3 games, and I got to practice that day in Edmonton. And Tom Rennie calls me into his office, and I'm like, all right, this is weird. Like before practice, what's going on here? And as I turn the corner, I see Steve Tambellini and all the assistants are there. And I look to the right, the video board when we do the team video in there, it's a big ass screen, and fucking Shanahan's head's like 8 feet tall on the screen. I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. So, and they even said, hey, Sutsy, the first thing they said, hey, Sutsy, can you sit down? What else am I going to do? So I sit down, and Shanahan proceeds to roll out like 3 more clips from the last 3 games. And he hits at the end. He just looks at me. He goes, I could have suspended you again for any one of the 3 of these. And he goes, you better figure this out quick, or you're the death of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Is what he said to me. And I was like, oh man. So it's pretty funny that at that point, Edmonton, we're downturning on the season, and it doesn't look like we're going to make the playoffs. And I remember we played in Detroit, and I stepped up on Big Bert, right? And he toe dragged me like so filthy, and goes in and Ralphs it for the game winner. I didn't play for like the next 3 weeks. So it was like, the end was in sight, and they started grooming a lot of young guys. And then really, like I had already re-signed for another year. I couldn't believe it. I was going to play till I was 39. Like, it's just crazy. But then I blew you guys remember when I blew my knee out? That was a gnarly deal. That was pretty much the end of it.